Okay, we have, yep,
There we go. Okay.
all right. So we have a motion and a second for approval of item number 8508. Oh, excuse me.
No,
I'm messing this up all the way around. Consent calendar, item
We did a
2.
vote on the consent.
I'm in too big a hurry. Roll call.
Commissioner Atwood,
yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to approve.
Okay, now we'll go to regular business items. Item 3A, 80508, voluntary demotion of John Denny.
Yes, good evening, Commissioner Sabrina Mendez, Department of Human Resources. This is a request on behalf of John Denny for a voluntary demotion from a Building Inspector 1 with the Community and Economic Development Department, Planning Division to a Road Construction and Maintenance Worker 2 with Public Works. This is for your review and consideration and approval, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer any.
Mr. Denny's not here.
He is not present, no. He was advised that he could be present, but is not required to be present.
Question on the demotion. Gonna go down and pay.
Correct. A voluntary demotion, they typically do go down in range. Per their MOU, they are to receive a rate that's closest to what they're currently making.
So he's okay with it?
He is,
How
yes.
about as a supervisor?
Yes, so it is my understanding that he did have a conversation with his current department as well as the new department.
So they both agree.
Correct.
Is the only reason why we call it or consider it a demotion because of the pay scale?
Correct.
Okay.
Because it's a different range.
It just seemed odd to me that you got a person from the building inspection department going to the physical labor department.
Yes, so it is a position that he's previously held. So when we do consider voluntary demotions, we do consider their previous work history.
Okay. So he had been in, I knew his name looked familiar, but
Yes,
couldn't figure out where it had been from, but he'd been in the road department before that.
correct. In this same classification.
Okay.
And he's not avoiding any problem. This is just so he can get on a different pay scale.
I believe it's just a different work environment.
Okay. Well, I'll move for approval then.
Second it.
And we have a motion and a second for approval. Roll call.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios, Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to approve.
Item 3B, 8506, voluntary demotion for Isaac Tor.
Yes. So this is a similar item. This is also a request for a voluntary demotion for Mr. Isaac Tor from Principal Administrative Analyst with Behavioral Health Services to Administrative Analyst 2 with Public Health. And this is again for your consideration, review, and approval.
What's the relationship between, or what's the, because I'm looking at the next item and it pretty much mimics the same request for change. So what's going on with behavioral health? Is that not the environment for our employees or?
Regarding this one, there was a personal request from the employee, not because of the department, but it was more of their personal request.
Right. Well, just if we get enough of the personal requests from the same department. I just didn't know if the public health department offered a different career path that might be more desirable to our employees and that maybe the path that they're trying to put themselves on. Just trying to make sure that they're not, we don't have a managerial issue with behavioral health and employees are trying to flee because it's a bad work environment, right?
No, this one, Isaac actually worked in our department for a little while, and he actually went from public health to behavioral health as a promotion, but it was a personal decision from him, the reason why he needed to go back down. Nothing to do with the county at all.
That's the right response from the HR manager.
Well, I had the same, when you start seeing these demotions, you wonder, is it a character issue or is there a problem in the department that makes people want to get out of it and go somewhere else, or they just find out they're not suitable for that department? And who knows what.
Or
it
a
might
lot
be.
of times it can be personal things that are going on with the individual.
Yeah, and they just might not fit with the supervisory piece personnel above.
Not necessarily that, it could be other,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can be all
Mhm.
kinds of things,
correct.
just not
Yeah.
one specific thing.
And it might be a coincidence that we have back to back on the same day that we're reviewing. But I think that's our obligation to question that and to
Yes.
kind of raise that question. So,
Absolutely.
all right. So, I move
I have,
to. Oh, go ahead.
Same question as that I had for Danny. Is she all right with it? Is she gonna go down in her pay scale too?
Yes, so each employee is aware of the outcome.
By the fact that they sign their own letter
Yes.
means that they know what's going on.
Yeah, and typically if they have questions, they do reach out, which we respond to.
And we'll entertain a motion.
Yeah, I move to approve the item 3B.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to approve.
I guess we'll be able, I'm sorry, I guess we'll be able to say that Isaac tore himself away from behavioral. Thank you. Thank you. At least I got to go home. Okay.
Hey, don't quit your day job, okay? Item 3C, 8507, voluntary demotion for Diana Eck.
Yes, this is a voluntary demotion for Ms. Diana Eck from a senior program assistant with Behavioral Health Services to a program assistant 2 with the Public Health Department. This is for your consideration, review, and approval.
It almost would have been nice to have the whoever oversees the behavioral health services to see how all these changes are impacting the operation in that department. Just kind of get some more feedback. But I think all my concerns were already addressed with 3B. I imagine they.
Well, my question is, how are these positions being backfilled?
So if there's existing lists, then they submit a requisition to fill the vacancy. If there's an existing list, then we do refer names. Otherwise, we'll conduct a new
And
recruitment.
you're referring to the eligible list.
Correct.
I knew that, but I thought I'd ask the question for the record. Any other questions?
Are these two departments in the same building?
They are not.
Okay. And the public health is the nice, pretty building.
Yes.
One of the nice ones, and the other 3 are DSS.
A little rough. That might be the work environment people are seeking. All right, I move to approve item 3C.
We have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have 4-0 vote to approve.
Right, item number 4, staff reports.
Okay, so I'm going to give you my big staff report. I will be leaving the county.
What?
Effective April 30th. I'm moving to San Diego with my family, and I was offered an opportunity to work at the Port of San Diego. So April 30th will be my last day. Michelle May is going to act as the interim director. And then Bill Ward, I think some of you know Bill, he'll be the assistant director. It was a tough decision to make because I love working with these ladies and now gentlemen in my office. But I have to consider a lot of things with my family and my husband. So we both decided it was a good opportunity to go to the Port of San Diego. So tomorrow will be my last physical day here. And I'm working with Sabrina on a lot of stuff for the peace officer study. But yeah, I've learned a lot while I was here for 2 years, just a little bit more months, but I think we did a lot together while we were here. We worked on a lot of projects and pushed them through. I couldn't have done it with the help of all of the employees in HR. And so there's still a lot of work to do. I've mentioned to the board that the department is still way understaffed for the amount of employees that we have with the county. At the Port of San Diego, I will only have about 500 and something employees, and we'll have the same amount of HR employees there as I do here. And so I'm very excited, but I wanted to give you guys a notice that I would be going. So anyways, I don't want to get emotional.
We should be comments.
Well, number one, I move that we handcuff her to the table. But no, thank you for what you've done for the county and the employees and this commission, and you've been very helpful
Thank you.
and so professional and so talented. So the Madera County loss is Port of San Diego's gain. And that is a beautiful city.
It is a beautiful
It's just
city.
a beautiful city. And so good luck to you and good health. And, we'll be down for Memorial Day
Go
weekend.
ahead, come on over.
We're coming.
But
thank you.
I'm staying at a little studio for right now until we can find something more permanent.
Yeah, I will say, it is a huge loss to Madera County. I did thoroughly enjoy working with you, and I know it was kind of short-lived, but, very professional and a huge, huge loss. So,
Thank you.
but I am happy for you and your family. That's going to be awesome changes, and I'm glad that you're putting them first.
Thank you.
You originally from San Diego?
No, I'm originally from Mexico.
No, but, have you worked in San Diego before?
No, I've never worked in San Diego before, but
Okay,
I'm
well-
from originally from Madera, and then I moved to Fresno for a little, and that's where I've been in Fresno. But I grew up here in Madera.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. Now you'll be five directors I've gone through. So.
Okay,
What
I
are you
think the
doing,
problem might be
Tom?
Tom Fry. The problem is Tom Fry, maybe.
There's got to be something common going on here. So.
Yeah, kind of like our last discussion.
Michelle's
with-
gonna do a great job, and we've already started transitioning all the work. I think the most worry that I had with was the peace officer classification study, and Sabrina and I are working on the job descriptions as fast as we can. Most of the time she's doing it because I have other fires to put out, but that's really critical to move that forward, that classification and compensation for the peace officers. And I hope that the administration pushes that forward. The other thing that is coming is a full class and comp, which the contract got approved last April 5th at the board. So then that classification study is going to come as well. So you play obviously a very critical role. I've appreciated every one of your comments. Abel, you've been having really good questions when you're up there and asking specific things. And so that's really good because it makes us be transparent about the process. So very happy, very humbled that I was given the opportunity to work with all of you. And I do want to just go back and make a comment about the voluntary demotions. Now, not saying a lot of stuff about the employees because obviously we can't, but there is a lot of times where employees have either personal issues going on that it is more feasible for them to go back to the previous position to allow them to do the work and be able to focus fully on those positions, where then when they promote, the job sometimes requires more of them and things happen in their personal lives that changes the environment for them at home, and then they no longer can perform or be able to fully focus in that new position. So some of the requests that do come in is more specifically about a personal issue that's going on with the employee, not going on, at the environment. And it's sometimes hard when the employee's not here to come and tell you what it is that's going on. But I can tell you some of these are more of a personal thing that's going on.
Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
All I'm ever concerned with the voluntary demotions is someone taking a quick route out because they know discipline is coming.
Oh yeah, there's been some of those, but I sometimes hope that's not the reason why, but yeah, there is some times where, and those would typically be an involuntary demotion,
Okay.
but
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, good luck to you in San
Thank you
Diego.
so
Don't
much.
mention my name for 3 more months down there. And then no.
Thank you so much. I
a
really
great time,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Well, I would thank you very much for being here for the last 2 years. It's not always been a smooth road for everything that we've had to do, but we've gotten through it all. So appreciate your efforts and have a good time in San Diego. Nice place to be too.
Yep.
Okay. Dry our eyes a little bit. All right. That being said, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
You know, if we don't adjourn, she can't leave.
Not true. You can just walk out that
Yeah.
door tomorrow anyway.
Well,
Whether we want to stay here
okay,
or not.
I'd like to make the motion that we adjourn in honor of your great service to this county.
Aw,
slow
thank
down,
you so
Bill.
much.
You were superseded already by Joe.
Then I'll second it
There you go.
and hope that Joe will accept the add-on.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to say it again just to get it on the record?
That
All right, let's go.
Okay, that we honor your service and your commitment and your professionalism, so we can adjourn in your honor.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you, everybody.
All right. Thanks.